We are set up. We are streaming. We are good to go.
Yeah, we are.
All right, guys. Welcome back to the Noodle Bowl. We wanted to do a quick live stream. We have had a lot of questions on building Brxlz sets, and we had just finished our biggest Brxlz set yet, which would be the Brxlz Stadium, which was a very, very challenging build for us, and it was really, really intense. So I thought we'd do a little bit of a live stream. That way we can answer you guys' questions in real time on any sets that you might have or been having difficulty with, or any other questions you might have in general. So this is a good time for us just to get with you, just to listen to what you guys got and hit us up with your questions. So the stadium video, which we just finished, will go live on Tuesday. Altogether, it actually took me 35 hours to build it. But it's a pretty sweet set, and it's a pretty cool set. I really, really enjoy it. It just turned out really awesome.
Right now,
go ahead.
Right now we have one view.
Yeah, we got one person watching, so hopefully we'll get a few more.
We have hooray.
All right, so this is what we got so far. So the biggest one that we get a lot of questions on is actually the NFL helmet. This is the mini helmet that I did, built a little bit ago. You can still see right here how kind of the face guard is still kind of questionable. These little small 1s and 2s, these mini Legos or mini bricks that they have on it, don't hold together real well. So while you're building this helmet, this is going to be your most frustrating thing. I really, really had to go through it several times. I think I had to rebuild it 5 or 6 times. So you're going to want to make sure that you're careful with it, and always make sure that you're not bumping something else while you're going through it. One of the most important things while you're building this set is to make sure you're supporting the lower level while you're building the upper room. All the instructions. Do you want to go grab the instruction booklet for the stadium? All the instructions are built layer upon layer. They have you start with the base layer, you lay the foundation, you build up to the next layer, you lay that foundation, and it keeps going and going. While it's there, it kind of develops up a little bit of a grid system, and the grid system basically makes it to where you got, after a while, you get confusing. Here, I'll show you an example. With the stadium, by the time you get up to, let's say the upper level, page 65, this is what you're looking at. You can see like all the different levels that you've laid. It's really, really hard to tell your piece count and where exactly these go. So it's really, really important to kind of count your layers and go through it and be very cautious with it. But while you're going up, when you're putting these other ones on, I always found it was very, very useful for me to put my hand underneath and kind of support it while I'm pressing it on. These bigger Legos, they kind of press on a little bit difficult, and it's a little bit hard to get it down. So that's a little bit of a hard part on it as well. Sometimes you get this situation where some of the pieces don't click down and don't snap together real well. I found it very, very useful to just switch them around, or grab a different one. Like if it's a single row 4, to grab another one and try that in a different spot, or maybe just turn it over and it'll slide down and snap in place. If they don't go down real easy, sometimes you're tempted to push a little bit too hard, and by doing that you can completely wreck your row. So that's kind of part of the craziness on it. The first thing you need to do when you get it is kind of go through and do a quick inventory of your piece count. We found that with the mascot, which we actually haven't been able to build yet, we were missing 3 of the key pieces to even start the build. I contacted Foco on that and actually found out that they had a lot of the Blitz mascots that came in without the main pieces it needs. They were very, very generous.
From the UK, I've done all the NFL logos. Agree about the instructions law.
So they were very, very nice when I contacted Foco. They basically said they'd send me out. They just asked me for the piece I needed and the page on the instruction page it was on. Yeah, it was crazy. It was just weird. But they were really gracious. They're really great. They said they send it right out to me, and it would take them a couple weeks. That was about a week ago. So hopefully it'll show up here in the next week, and then I'll build this and post the video of that as well. I'm really excited about it. It looks like a cool piece. like I said, if you guys have any questions, just leave it down below. I'd be glad to answer it. So the helmet was a challenging build, was the first one we did. Got that for my birthday back in October. Didn't think it would be something anybody wanted to be seen, and it's one of my best videos ever. It's a really good piece. Most people get really frustrated because it has you build the face mask and the earpieces first, and then it builds the dome that connects them all. And what's really frustrating about that is you don't have any support. So you're trying to put pieces down on top of this section right here while you're trying to build it up. And so it gets really frustrating. But if you can push through and get to the few more rows in the back, it finally has you connect them. Trying not to break here in the back here. And once you do that, the rest of it is just a cakewalk, and it builds it out, and it makes an awesome showpiece. I'm thinking about getting the XL helmet, the bigger version of that. But I'm not sure I want to put up with that or not. It should be crazy.
Can I see the helmet real fast?
Okay, yeah. Be careful.
But wait guys, look how the face guard is bent. Let's just say it got hit really hard by the football.
All right. Logo.
I don't want to break the stadium.
Yeah, I don't want you to break it either. The logo was one of the easier builds, pretty straightforward. It was easy there. I actually ended up missing a piece, which you can see right there on the other side, but it wasn't really a big deal. I didn't really do anything about that. I just kind of let it go. The only disappointment with it is it's black, or it's blank on the back. I mean, if you're doing this on the front, it'd be just as easy to do that on the back and have it both sides. But the logo was an easy one. So if you're looking to get an introductory into building these, I recommend to start with the logo. It's a simple build, and it's a good thing to have on the shelf. The next one that we did after that was the Russell Wilson. This is available in other quarterbacks as well. In case you're not a Seahawks fan, no one's perfect. But in case you're not, you can get other players. I think there's Cam Newton. There's just a bunch of them as well. But this is the Russell Wilson minifigure. He really looks like he should be in Minecraft. Noodle Boy here built me a little football to go with him because Russell Wilson always has the ball. I thought that was a clever use of the extra pieces. I'm so sorry you're a Bears fan. Paul Frey says Bears forever. That's a dedicated fan right there. If you can be a fan during the losing seasons, you're a true fan. That's how I feel. I was a Seahawks fan my entire life while we sucked, and now that we're not, it's kind of easy. But even if we go back to sucking again, I'll still be a Seahawks fan. So good for
Always.
you. Way to root for your team no matter what.
32 years.
32 years, man. It's a long time.
How long have you been going for the Seahawks?
Well, I'm only 34, so we'll say 34 years. So, anyways, but yeah, Russell Wilson was really easy to build. It just went straightforward. It was just a lot of little pieces. That's the only frustrating thing about it is most of it was just 1s and 2s and maybe some 4s. So it was just a lot of little pieces that took up some time. So that was a really, really good one there. Really simple with the nameplate and the stickers. All right, so
we have hit 3 views.
Well, we don't have that big of a following. We're getting there. All right, now the stadium. I'm going to have to move the camera back a little bit so that way you can see this one. I got it rotating up here. Hold on a second.
All right. I was going to go with that one.
No.
But that was not recording.
That's why we have this tripod here.
Photograph live.
Okay, so here is the stadium. So if you've ever seen any pictures of CenturyLink Field, I thought they captured it really, really well. This one was really kind of difficult just because of the sheer size of it. Here, I'm going to stop my rotating bench here real quick. Okay, this is right here. Just because the sheer size of it was really intense. There's a lot of little small pieces, a lot of little ones and twosies. This right here frustrated the heck out of me. I kept knocking them down as I was building them. I actually eventually ended up taking them off while I was doing a step, and then I put them back on. So I'm not sure I got that right. I think that the instructions has it in a different place, but I got to the point where I was like, whatever. It's on there. It looks good. The main boards underneath this section here, there's actually 4 large blue, I think they're 8x8 pieces, kind of like the green one right here, kind of like that went in there to support it. They were warped when I got them, and the problem with them being warped is right up here at the top. When you put these down, I think it's actually on the other side. Let me spin this around here for you. these pieces are still kind of loose.
Wow, nice work. Might have to see if I can get a hold of the Soldier Field one. I must be mad, but I'm British, lol.
It's all right. Actually, in Tuesday's video, I have a link to the Soldiers Field one. That is one of the ones that is currently available. So they have AT&T Stadium for the Cowboys. They have Mile High Stadium for the Broncos fan. They have Soldier Field, and then they have CenturyLink Field. They're the only 4 they have available right now. So you actually can get a hold of Soldier Field. But just be careful with it. And like I said, take your time. Start from the bottom. Make sure your piece counts are right. These one up here, if you look at this, like these pieces are actually loose because I couldn't get them to clip down. If I got them to clip this side in, that side would pop out because the main substrate is just warped. So that was disappointing on it, but at least I got it together. So, I mean, that's the good news, is it's together and it's looking good. It's going to look really, really good on my shelf. So I'm impressed with that. Look forward for that video coming out on Tuesday. So it should be a good time. Have my full review on it as well as my time lapse in building it. All right, so that's my Brxlz questions that I had. If you guys have any questions, like I said, feel free to put them in the comments. If not, man, we do appreciate you guys.
Hi, Jeff. Hey, Jonah.
So, all right, let's put the camera up here a little bit.
Yeah.
Apologize.
It's a live stream.
No editing in the live stream. So, all right. But we're thinking we're going to continue doing our Brxlz set.
Sorry I'm late. It's no big deal.
Oh, well, man, it's never late. Better late than never, Jonah.
Yeah.
Jonah says, sorry I'm late, for those of you who can't read the comments. So we're going to continue our Brxlz sets, although we're not going to do, besides the Blitz one, which I already mentioned, I'm waiting for some more pieces. I'll do that one and post that. But since football season's coming to an end, we're going to move into another transition. We've decided...
Baseball.
Yeah, we'll do baseball. There's a couple really cool. There's a baseball cap. What's up, Cameron? Cameron says hi.
Hey, John.
There's a baseball cap as well as logos and some other things. I'm not going to do the logos because I feel once I've done the Seahawks logo, one logo's probably going to be the same as the rest. But I did find a NBA sneaker, which I thought would be cool. It looks really awesome. So I purchased that. That's on its way from Amazon. I just want to throw out there that none of my Foco sets are sponsored. We've purchased all these. I'm not a Foco sponsor. If they're watching, I'm interested in becoming one, but I'm not one right now. So I enjoy them. I enjoy sports. I enjoy memorabilia. I enjoy Legos. So this is just kind of the perfect combination of everything.
I enjoy baseball and Legos.
Yeah. So we like it that way. So
things look amazing. Good job, dude.
Thank you, sir. We appreciate that, Jonah.
Thank you.
But anyways, it's been 13 minutes now, so we're going to go ahead and wrap this up. We appreciate you guys taking your Sunday evening with us and joining us.
I'm pretty sure that's Hunter trolling us.
Who cares?
Because he just exited the video. And
No, people jump on and on off the time, so I'm sure it's just somebody else jumping on. So anyways, we appreciate y'all watching. Like I said, if you guys have any Brxlz set or any other, even if it's a Lego set that you'd like us to build, leave us a comment down below. Let us know what it is you want us to build.
I've tried
building the helmet about 5 times, but I can't get past the face mask. Okay.
I talked
to Cameron. I just talked about that a little bit on there. I had mine out where I was talking about it. If you can see, my face mask is still not 100% on. Noodle Mommy had a really good idea. She said that you could glue them. The problem with that is the face mask position you have it in, when you go to connect the earpieces, it's going to stretch and it's going to be a lot flatter than you realize. The best thing I can say is if you have to, build the earpieces separate and keep building those up. Have a good night, Paul. Build those up and then connect the two of them together later on. Once you get them connected, Cameron, to where it connects here in the back, that's when you really can move forward and power through it. So you're in the most difficult part of doing it. That face mask is just infuriating. I was very, very frustrated for a long time doing it, and I think I took it back and forth. So just push through. If you have to, like I said, don't worry about the face mask falling apart until you get
my third favorite team is
until you get to the earpieces. What's your other two, Jonah? What are your other two favorite teams?
Livestream.
So All right. All right, so we're going to go ahead and wrap this up.
Yeah, it's not that
It
they
won't
won't
stay
stay
together.
together, this part.
I just can't get to the right spot. Okay. Yeah, like I said, they do have a really hard time getting them together. The single pieces by Foco just really,
First is Arizona Cardinals.
really suck. I don't want to hate on them. I don't want to be negative. I mean, I love them when they're together, but just powering through to get through that face mask is the most difficult part. But if you can get that done, man, you'll get it wrapped up. So don't give up. Keep
Second is
going.
Dallas Cowboys.
Aw, sell out. So yeah. Anyways, appreciate you guys staying with us. If you guys want to, please smash that like button. And if you're new to this live stream, don't forget to subscribe for some more Noodle family action. Until then, we will see you guys next time.
You stole my role!
Goodbye.
You stole my role! You stole my role!